Hey you guys, I'm back again with another message from the Lord. And it's amazing how God works. God gave me a revelation. I know I had released a message um, a few days ago saying that your thoughts will be established, right? And I talked about in the strong concordance the number 2423. And I could not remember the name because my phone wouldn't let me pull up the strong concordance and I didn't have my laptop with me at the time. But I knew that it meant whom Jehovah established, right? So before I told you guys that like God been whenever I go to my Bible, God will open up my Bible to the book of Esther. And so I had read the background a few days ago about, in the commentary about what was going on, the settings and all that other different stuff when it came to the book of Esther. And the background about Mordecai and the background about Haman. And so I went to my Bible again yesterday, or I picked up my Bible again yesterday, and it opened back to the book of Esther again. And I'm like, okay, God. And God was like, I need you to read the chapter. And he was like, start from the beginning. So I started from the beginning of at chapter 1 of Esther. And then I got to chapter 2. And I was amazed what God was showing me. So in the strong concordance, again, like I said, the number 2423, the name is that I could not pronounce or I could not remember, but I knew what it meant, was Jehovahkin, whom Jehovah established. All right. He was a king. All right. And so whenever I got to chapter 2, and chapter 2 talks about when Esther becomes queen. And I'm going to read chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 5 of Esther. Esther chapter 2, I'm going to start at verse 5. But y'all, God is an amazing God, okay? And so at Esther chapter 2, verse 5, it says, at the time there was a Jewish man in the fortress of Susha, whose name was Mordecai, son of Jar. He was from the tribe of Benjamin, and he was a descendant of Kish and Shimei. His family has been among those who, with King Jehoiachin of Judah, had been exiled from Jerusalem from Babylon by King Nebuchadnezzar. This man was very beautiful, and this man had a very beautiful and lovely young cousin, Hadassah, who was also called Esther. When her father and mother died, Mordecai adopted her into his family and raised her as his own daughter. All right. So, at Esther chapter 2, Esther became queen. Right? God established Esther to become queen in Esther chapter 2. All right. Jehovahkin means whom Jehovah established. Esther was established in chapter 2 to become queen. So God wants me to tell his women of God, his Esthers. You know who this message is for. God's been calling you as an Esther. And he's been preparing you for marriage, been preparing you to get ready for marriage. God is saying he's about to establish you as queen. Get ready to become queen. All right. You're about to become queen soon. And that it really ran chills throughout my body when I saw this. I'm like, okay, I love how God works, for one. I love how he works. But for me to see Jehovahkin in that strong concordance number a few days ago, and I released a word about it, but I couldn't remember that name to save my life because my phone was restarting and I couldn't pull it up in the strong concordance. And for that same name to be mentioned in Esther chapter 2. So God is saying to his Esthers, get ready to become queen. You're about to be crowned queen. You're about to be established as queen in this season, in this hour. A lot of y'all have been standing for marriages. A lot of y'all God has called you as Esther's. And when I read in um, the chapter of Esther before she had came queen, it talked about how Esther had to go through a 12-month process. 6 months was with the oils, and one of the oils was myrrh, and 6 months with perfumes and fine ointments. All right, and that's Esther starting at chapter 12. Esther chapter 2 starting at verse 12. All right. So it says, before each young woman was taken to the queen's bed, she was given prescribed 12 months of beauty treatments, 12 months with oil of myrrh, followed by 6 months with special perfumes and ointments. Y'all, if God has been like telling you, and like I said, you will know who this message is for. God's probably been telling you to switch up your perfumes. He has been telling a lot of people to switch up their perfumes. He's been telling a lot of people to get into different oils and stuff like that. He even told me about the different oils like myrrh and stuff like that. Like, I have myrrh and I put it into my diffusers, but God was also telling me too, like, when I soak in the tub, I can put drops of oil of myrrh inside of my bath water. So now, mind you, I didn't know this. I know she had to go through 12 months, but I didn't know. That didn't cross my mind about the oils and stuff like that. I didn't know it was myrrh. So now it makes sense to why God is telling his children to do certain things. Plus, myrrh has other benefits too as well. Myrrh is considered to be a holy oil as well. So, but if God is telling you, like with the beauty treatments, like I said, a lot of God's women of God, he's been telling y'all to keep up with y'all self-care. Like, he's really been writing you about your self-care routine. What do your self-care routine looks like? Keep all that stuff up, y'all, because I'm telling y'all, y'all are about to be made queen. God is about to establish you as queen. All right? With y'all kingdom spouse, with y'all kingdom husband. To God be the glory. Just wanting to come and tell his Esther, get ready to become queen. You are about to become queen. All right. Like I said, I just love how God works. I just love how he just ties his words together. All right, and just give me further revelations. But Jehovah Ken again, which is in the Strong Concordance 2423, it means whom Jehovah established. So this will be, like I said, it will be a kingdom marriage. It will be a God ordained marriage. It will be you being established by God. You will know this is nobody but God. All right. Just follow the instructions that he's telling you. Listen to your destiny helpers if he is giving you a destiny helper during this time as a midwife to help you birth your marriage or help you to walk into your marriage. Be obedient to them at this time. Esther had to be very obedient to Mordecai. All right. Mordecai was her cousin, but he took her and raised her as his own daughter. But she had to follow the instructions that which Mordecai had gave her, and which another person that was assigned to her when she went into the king's Harmons, was assigned to her. She had to follow their divine instructions. All right, in order to become queen. And she couldn't expose who she was completely until the time was right, because she was a Jew, and they hated Jews. They were trying to kill Jews. So be obedient to your destiny helpers. They are here to help you. All right, but God is saying for his Esthers, you are about to become queen. All right, so I just wanted to come and share that with you guys. I love you all. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. And I will chat with you all later.